With God's help, we become unstoppable. With God's help, everything is possible. All of the accomplishments are remarkable. Others can't hate, but they still can't stop it though. We move forward, never ever stumble. With God blessing us, we still stay humble. And through the struggle and all of the trouble, our work we redouble.
Good morning and welcome to Unstoppable Purpose in Motion, brought to you by INCRadio, Washington, D.C. This morning's discussion is about enjoying the journey we are in. So, finding peace and presence along the way, not just the destination, but not just the destination. So, we're finding peace along the way, not just the destination. And we'd love for our chat to join us as well in our discussion, because together we can inspire and learn from one another and at the same time celebrate our journey. But before we start, we'd love to see our guests this morning, our panel this morning.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Allison from the local congregation of Temple Hills.
Yay! Wait a minute. Mojica?
Yes.
Wow.
Are you perhaps sister?
Maybe. Yes.
Wow, finally.
We only see you mostly like in the chat, and now it's
So I'm here today, so I'm excited.
Yay.
That's good.
Thank you for joining us. And my name is Nidell.
Hi, I'm Jaster.
And we have a question for our chat, our spotlight question, which is, where do you find joy in your journey? So we'd love to see the chat answer this question, and we'll read them throughout the discussion. And also, if we could also have a few shout outs from our chat.
Hello, this is Yvette speaking on here. We have Brother Joseph Soterio. Good morning po to all our brethren. Happy weekend po. Sisters Joseph Soterio. We have also Sister Grace Abrera Galarpe. Good morning, everyone. Hashtag Anne Arundel. Hashtag Unstoppable Washington, D.C. We also have Brother Sidney Santos. Good morning po to all.
Good morning po.
And then we also have here Sister Michelle Santos. Good morning po, Ka Joseph. Brother Roel Custudio. Good morning po, Brother RJ and Sister Audrey from hashtag Quantico. There are a lot of brethren here in the chat saying good morning.
Wow.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is a good morning. Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The weather's pretty crispy.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
love the weather. I love the fall weather, but not too cold. That's why I love today's weather, because it's not like too cold right now outside in our area. So yeah. For our discussion, we'd also love to. We realized throughout the past few weeks we end up connecting our discussion to the previous weeks, and we love to see that because it just connects. So a little bit of our discussion from last week was making your mark. So we'd also want to talk more about that. So for our panel, what's one small way you try to make a difference every day?
So we'd like to talk about what we mentioned before about putting your shopping cart away. That's funny.
It's true though. It's true because, like, you know, someone who's working, if they see that in the middle of the road, they're like, "Come on!" And that, what if that made their day worse?
Yeah, or like if the cart like hits someone's car,
Exactly.
you know?
Too.
Yes.
And then they would have to take it to the shop. They would have to try to figure out who did it.
Yeah.
And then, I'm kidding. They're not.
Or the one that you said, Sister Nidell, was if you made a mark with a pencil.
Yeah,
Oh.
whether it be a small mark or a big mark. It's
Still a mark.
Yeah.
What about for our guest today?
I am usually, I think last show, I'm usually the one to push the cart and put it back when I'm with my sister. So,
Oh.
and
Wait a minute.
Dang.
but I think
Not this sister.
I think in general though, just being kind. Like I take the metro to work, and sometimes you see people who are like in like a big time rush, and like their bags are open, and it's like I really just make it an effort to like kind of run up to them and tell them like, oh, your bag's open. They're very grateful that like, because you know their laptops in there, like
Yeah.
special
Yeah.
belongings, like their personal belongings are in there. So I kind of just do that.
That's good. Like spreading kindness throughout the world because, life is pretty hard.
Everyone's going through their own journey, so you don't know what's going on. So
Yeah.
just a little kindness here and
And
there.
connecting with your kindness. I like to just give a little smile,
Yeah.
even if I don't know them. You never know, because sometimes when I see other people and they smile at me while I'm having a bad day, I'm just like, wow, okay, I'm okay now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
A simple smile. And as you go through the journey you are in, how would you like to leave an impact on others?
With a smile.
That's true.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you basically answered that question. And has there been a moment where you realized your story mattered to someone else?
Oh, like when I talked about helping that guy with his car, even when he was broken down, and I helped him like with his car.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I hope he got his job, but I
Yeah.
don't really know the guy. But
Yeah, that's true. Imagine like later he's like when he got the job, he's probably like, I remember when my car broke down. If that guy didn't help me out, I probably wouldn't even have the job right now.
yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool. So let's move on to our main discussion, which is talking about the journey we are in and enjoying the journey. So describe your life season right now in one word and why.
A roller coaster.
Ooh.
Because there was like a lot of ups and downs. Because I don't know if you remember from like a couple episodes ago, I talked about like getting married. So like it was like a nice huge peak, and then after that, I lost my job because we got laid off because the company went down. And then from now it's like it's going back up again because I got a new job, and then now it's even going up even higher because now I'm like accepting into all these duties. INCRadio, I joined you guys, and then now I'm joined back into the choir. So it's really a lot of going up and down is like,
Yeah.
so far.
And loop de loops.
Yeah, the loop-de-loops.
What about for you?
I think for me, a word that would describe where I am right now would be growth. I just feel like there's so much growing in every aspect of my life, whether it's for church, work. I feel like I'm learning a lot. Like even though I'm still fairly new in the corporate industry, but I think there's just so much to learn, and you can grow that way. And just like,
definitely.
and then just like keeping like the relationships that I have right now, like friendships and everything, like growing through them. I think so. That's why I'm like in my growth season. I think so.
Oh, well, when you think about it, don't you feel like you're always going to be growing?
That's true. It's not just seasonal.
So that's going to be your word for the rest of your life. So you can't change it.
Can't change it.
I think I've stopped growing in certain places.
What about for Nidel?
Oh, sorry. I started thinking about like growth and how I stopped growing in 5th grade. It was so funny because I felt like I was one of the tallest people in like elementary school from pre-K to 4th grade, and I'm like, wow, I'm taller than everyone. Turns out I just peaked, and then I just stopped growing until then. So I'm like 5 foot forever. Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, what was the question?
If you were to describe your life season right now in one word.
Ooh, I would say HUH. Huh? It's because I feel like it's always like confusing. It's kind of connected to the whole growth aspect. But yeah, I feel like with my life in general, I feel like I'm always like confused. Like, why am I in this spot right now? It's so weird. But then at the end, it's always like, oh, I get it. So I guess that connects with the whole journey aspect of this discussion.
Like realization.
It's kind of like, when you move into like a new house and like all the lights are off, but you want to go to the bathroom and you're like trying to reach around and you're like, I don't know where I am. But then as you stay in that house a little longer and you grow in the house, you know where everything is. So it's kind of like that.
Well, it's a good metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before we move on, do we have any comments in the chat? I think we do.
Yes, we do. Sister Amelia Salazar, I find joy in the journey by focusing on growth, not perfection. Every challenge, success, and even mistake becomes part of a beautiful story of learning and faith. And then we also have. Where is this? Also, Sister Amelia Salazar, I find joy in my journey as a teacher whenever I see my students' eyes light up with understanding and when I know I've made even a small difference in their lives.
Ooh, I like that.
We also have Sister Alexis Mira saying, I find joy in my journey when I reflect on God's blessings.
That's true.
Yes.
Especially when you're like going through it, you're like, oh, why am I going through this right now? And then you look back at the blessings you received, and then you know that popular quote that goes on right now these days. It's like you're in the position of what you prayed for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're living in your answered prayer.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It's good to be grateful.
Was there a time when you realized it's important to also enjoy the journey you're in? You're like so stressed, and then you're like, okay, we have to enjoy this right now. Was there a time
Yeah, every time I wake up for work.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, that's true. Because sometimes you're just so unmotivated, and then you're like, okay, wait, I shouldn't be complaining because I have this job. Like,
Yeah.
I can go through this routine without any problem.
Yeah.
Because some people, you know, there's other people that can't have what you have, and you have
Yeah.
something.
Someone's praying for what you have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that that is really relatable to those who still are in school. Just think about where you are like right now as a student and what your goal is. Because when you go to that goal, just remember that you really worked hard for it. You prayed for it. God gave it to you and you got it, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah. What about for you?
I think for me, I like the journey to I think like you said, like in school, you really just want to graduate. You know, after graduate, you get a job and everything. But like enjoying the time period of when you're a student, like you didn't really have that many like obligations.
Yeah.
So it's and you know you have like summer break, you have winter break. But when you're working now, if you're not working in the school system, you know you have to like.
Yeah, it's like every day.
Yeah, it's like-
there's no way these students are on break right now and
You're working.
working. Yeah, that's so true. Was there a challenging time in your life that ended up teaching you something about yourself? Like, oh, I didn't know I had this in me, or I didn't know I have to work on this trait that I have, something like that. It could be from years ago when you were a teenager, when you were when you're graduating, when you're in college, your career now.
I mean, honestly, I think it happened like about 7 years ago or so. Like, I didn't think I would be like a good like leader or coach. But then one of my friends said like, "Hey, you're really good at volleyball. Why don't you, start coaching, high school?" I was like, "That sounds pretty fun. I'll try it out." So then at first I was like really nervous. Like I didn't know how to lead people. And then after I matured, I became a lot, more courageous in like leading and encouraging. And it also led me to increase and grow in my career. So now like now that I'm a leader, I'm a supervisor now, so I can actually like guide my employees and everything, which is great.
That's true.
Helped
Yeah,
me build the
'cause-
confidence that I have now.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. What about for you guys?
I think for me, wait, sorry, what was the question again?
A challenging time that ended up teaching you something about yourself.
I think I learned that I can endure a lot, like emotionally,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, I think it was the time when like our dad passed very suddenly, and then like just having to figure out, like it was before I had to graduate, and it he passed right before I graduated, and I wanted to like, of course you wanna like
Share that experience.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course, and then eventually I had to like I had to graduate. I had to find a job. It was like
You
I
had
had
to
to
figure it
figure
out.
it out by not by myself, of course, with God's guidance. But I think I found out that I can endure a lot through that trial.
Yeah,
So.
that big trial, and then later, like even like God is still with you in that kind of journey, any journey.
Yes. So I feel like I can now like endure like any with God's help all the time. It's like you can accomplish anything you want to accomplish.
And you are successful, and
you.
you've made it to the top, and you're still going, and we see that.
And like I'm not the type to show off, but her the year my dad passed, she was able to graduate. She was able to get a job that same year, and she was also able to drive that same year.
Oh yeah, we didn't have a license, like a driver's license. So we were like, how are we gonna get around? Like we relied on like our parents, but of course you can't just live relying on like
And I remember we had this conversation with one of our friends. They said, I think we were kind of reflecting, like we kind of felt like we didn't really do much that year. And then one of our friends, shout out Sister Charlene from the Philippines, she said, like you realize that God is with you because you were able to accomplish all these things in 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though that grief was like really hitting. So yeah.
Yeah.
What about for you?
Oh man. So I want to also like I really want to like shine the light on these two girls because first of all, okay.
You have to be proud of your journey.
I am, but I'm proud of you too,
Yeah, make me cry a little bit.
No, because like I've known both of you to be like super shy people. I feel like I was really outgoing to an extent, and then you guys were, like, oh, can you talk to them for me? Can you like order this for me? And to see where you are today, it's truly jaw dropping, I think. And you never really know like what someone's true potential is, but then God is there and you're able to see it, and that shows that you're capable of anything as long as God is by your side at all times, and that you're always thinking about the things that God gives you in life.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cute.
You sure you want to ask me?
Yeah, of course.
So for me, I learned through my journey in life, I learned that I would say I am a people pleaser, and it connects with being like a sensitive person. The thing is, whenever I work, I always think about like, oh, do you need help? Oh, do you need help with something? But then I forget, oh, my work hasn't been done at all, and then I'm like doing work at home and everything. I find myself being like really okay, let me go back. I found myself being like also a perfectionist too, because I want to make sure like everything looks right in every aspect. I don't know where I was going with that. My brain's like boop boop boop. I'm this and this, but yeah, come back to me. But yeah, I already answered the question.
Do you recall a time you almost missed the joy because you were too focused on the goal? Maybe you can talk about the wedding preparation.
Oh,
Was there a time you were so focused on the goal, we need to perfect this, but then you're so stressed, but then you realize, oh, we have to enjoy this moment right now, that this is a once in a lifetime thing?
Oh man. Yeah, I definitely found myself like I was just excited to get married, if I'm being honest with you. I was like gonna be with my lifetime partner forever. But then also I was like worried about, is the food gonna be good? Are people gonna be happy? So those were the things that I was really worried about. But in the end, there were some things during our wedding that was really scary. With like we forgot some things at the hotel that really it really depended on like the overall program. But the way it was like the way it happened, I'm truly grateful it happened. Like the stress, I don't know, because then we have a story to tell.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I mean, I'm not saying that I'm looking for a story to tell,
Yeah.
making my life a little more interesting. But it just shows that God has like a plan for every little thing in your life,
Yeah.
and it creates memories and it creates better relationships. And yeah,
Yeah, because if I never went through my roller coaster of a life,
Yeah.
I would never have been here.
That's
know?
true.
I probably wouldn't have met my wife that I've been married to now for a year.
that's true. Yeah.
What about for Jster? Do you recall a time you almost missed the joy because you were so into, like, too focused on that goal?
So it wasn't really me missing out on the joy because it was during our wedding. So I was pretty much relaxed. I was like calm. I was like, man, this is gonna be an awesome wedding. The day before, I was at a spa with all my groomsmen and my best man, and we were just like sleeping and like in the sauna. And then my wife was all with all her bridesmaids like running around and everything. And then especially like during the day, she was like stressed out. Like, what if everybody blah, 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 like all these things running through her mind? And I was like, it's gonna be okay. We're getting married. That's all we have to worry about. Just enjoy our time.
That's
And then after that, it was just like, okay. And then she like got rid of all of her stress. And yeah, so.
Yeah, that's true. He's like looking at his wife.
All right, I'm looking at approval.
He's like, is that right?
Is that okay? Yeah, I remember they were like, during one of the lessons, there was an example like, let's say you're late for work and then you're so mad, like why did this happen? Why am I stuck in traffic? And then in that moment you don't realize that God is saving you from something. Maybe it could be an accident. Yeah. So it's like really everything, whether it be big or small, it happens for a reason. Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
Sometimes traffic is a blessing
Yeah.
because you're not,
At least you're not like
the one who caused the traffic.
Yeah. At least you're just waiting.
Just sitting there.
Let's just be patient. So who or what showed you that it's also important to enjoy the process and not just the results? Like, was there anyone in your life or a moment in your life that happened?
So my oldest brother, shout out to my brother Lester. He, like, especially when I was going through this roller coaster, he was like, this is a part of life. This is the part of, being an adult is you go through ups and downs, but that since we're your brothers, we'll be here for you. And also just pray to God because he also has your back. So
Yeah.
He encouraged me a lot to like strive through the struggle kind of thing. So big shout out to him. Oh, both my brothers, honestly.
Yeah, shout out the other brother
Yeah,
too.
brother Chester.
Wait, so Chester, Jster, and Lester?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool. Is there like an inspiration why your names are very similar?
So my dad tried to translate our names from the Filipino language to like American, and that was just the way it translated.
Joyster, like Joyster?
No, so my Filipino name is Jekoy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's focus on her.
Next up.
So, what about for you two?
I think honestly, you like I.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna cry now.
I think because we kind of live live the same life, and we talk about the things that we're going through. I think just talking with each other,
Even with her mom.
yeah, our mom, and it's just like this is who we have, So it's like we have to remind ourselves that this is gonna be our journey. We're all gonna have like and I think just having conversations and talking it out with the three of us. It's always like, this is God's plan for you. So just enjoy what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. It's like you realize. I remember I had a realization. I was like, even from when I was born, God knew what I was gonna go through.
Yeah. Like this is your story.
Crazy
So
thing.
this is your story. So why not just just rely on him and we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw, give a hug.
But I'm glad that you guys had that kind of support because you know each other's like what you're going through, so it's like you're trying to help each other out.
And I think family, like your parents and your siblings, they're like, they will see you even through your worst, and they're still gonna be by your side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because they're stuck with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about her? Like,
Your mom's watching like, huh?
You say what?
I would have to say, okay, I'm gonna say both my parents, but also shout out to my mom because the reason why is because I showed her Marvin through social media.
Hey, this is my.
No. It was before we even didn't had any relationship or even met.
oh,
And so I was like, Mom, this is guy I met at Faith Speaks. Faith Speaks is one of those. It's like when a person goes up on screen and talks about their life story and how their faith moved them. So I encourage you guys to watch that. Faith Speaks. But anyway, so we met at Faith Speaks. And then I told my mom about him, and I was like, he was cute, and he came from like California. She's like, oh, let me see a picture. I showed her a picture. She was like, oh, okay. And so because I like to talk to her about like all the people I may have or have had interest in, and I use her as my approval. Her opinion really matters to me, and my dad too. But my dad, dads, how dads are like, no, not until you're like 80. So I got to ask my mom. And she's like, you know what, give it a shot. So because of her and her approval, I was able to marry my husband.
Aww.
Okay, that was so like not as touchy, but but in general, shout out to my mom and my dad because I don't know how they dealt with me in my opinion. They were always the one who encouraged me to follow my dreams, whether it be like art, even if it doesn't it's hard to get money these days with like an art degree. They're like, you know what, just do it as long as you're happy and
Enjoying the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if that's what God wanted you to do, then do it. But if it doesn't work out, then what can you do?
Yeah. At least you tried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Has your perspective on success or fulfillment changed as you've grown through your journey?
Can you say that question again?
How has your perspective on success or fulfillment changed as you've grown through the journey?
I feel like my fulfillment in life, it's definitely changed. Before I would say like, oh, I need to have this amazing job. I need this job. I want a job who doesn't allow me to work as much. But okay, let's be realistic, right?
Yeah.
I started to, whenever I have a hard time in my job or any task that I do, as cheesy as it sounds, I literally just step outside, look at the sky, and take a deep breath, because what if there's a time when you can't do that?
That's true.
It's the little things that really motivate you to be like, you know what? I'm grateful that I have this somewhat healthy body. Sorry, I don't eat my vegetables as much, but anyway. But looking at the things that are around you, the things that are like just nature.
Yeah.
Nature is God's artwork outside. God blessed you being able to see that, being able to hear it, smell it.
Yeah.
So, as long as you're able to be in the present, then I'm super grateful for everything.
Yeah, same. That's me too with my perspective before. I'm like, oh, why am I not losing weight? Why am I not? Why I don't have the perfect body? I don't have the body that I want. But if you look at your blessings, you're like, God bless me with this body. I can eat without a problem. I can see without a problem. I can do all these things without a problem. I'm working perfectly fine, so I shouldn't be complaining of what God gave me.
Yeah, and you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Aw.
You're
Nice hair.
beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Everyone's beautiful. What about for you too? Like your perspective on success and
I
it's changed.
think it's the same way, like, like in school they're like, oh, you really need to have a, this job, so that you can buy anything you want or whatever it is. But I think you realize that you don't really need, well, you do need a job, but yeah, but to get all the things you need. But it's at the end of the day, it's like it's the privilege. I think it's like you're privileged enough to. I think you realize that you're privileged enough to like buy the things you need, spend time with the people you care about. I think that's what my perspective on success is now, like just being present, like you said, and just spending quality time with the people that you love, because I think time is the most important
Ooh, yeah.
thing. I used to think that you hear things like you need to make this much money, but I think time is the most important thing you have. Like you can't buy time.
You can't buy
Yeah.
time.
So I think success is like spending quality time with people.
Yeah, because you won't get that moment back.
yeah,
And you can't pay for true, genuine relationships.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you're wondering if you want to spend time with your friends, just do it.
Just do it, yeah.
exactly.
You know, I know there's not enough time for everything, but make time. You have to make it yourself. It's
Yeah.
up to you. Everything that you do is up to you. It's your
Yeah.
choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Especially when you're like surrounded with the right people too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, why not spend time with them when everyone has the time to? Yeah.
For me, I don't know if you know this, but I actually used to be an introvert. If you-
Whoa,
believe it or
what?
not.
I don't believe it.
I don't either.
But no, I used to like being like, especially when I was younger. Like I used to like being by myself and like reading comic books by myself. But then like my brothers kept on like pushing me to like, hey, go ask that guy for help or directions. Like so, I'm always the one to open up my shell and to be extroverted. So I guess growing up, like that was my journey. It was to be more extrovert and like being more friendly and sharing my happiness to everybody, because I guess that's like my thing now. Like I love being I'm a people pleaser just like yourself, and I love sharing my joy with others.
Mm-hmm.
And then without that, like I don't think I would have the connections that I would have now if I wasn't very extroverted.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I agree with that, because I was also, I mean, I'm still pretty introverted, hence why this is my like first time being on air like this. I'm usually just hiding in the comments.
Oh, really?
But I think it's just like spending time with the people that you care about, and just any conversation you can take something away from it.
yeah.
Like you can apply it to your life, or like look at something differently the way they see, like how they see it, and it's just like you gain more perspective that way, like just having simple conversations with people. So
Yeah.
Having that connection, yeah. But before we close out, would you guys want to share your personal greetings?
I want to greet, well, yeah, my sister's here.
She's like awkward about it. Yeah.
And our mom, she's probably watching. I'm on air now. 2 of your kids are here, so your kids are on air. And I think I want to shout out Sister Amelia Salazar. I think she brought up being a teacher. She was my 2nd grade teacher. So shout out to Sister, Sister Tita Ami. Yeah, so shout out to. She shaped me in 2nd grade. So yeah. Yep.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. It's always hard for me to figure out who to shout out, but I shout out to my whole family, and especially, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo and the church administration. Thank you so much for allowing us to have conversations like this, to make friendships like this. If we didn't have radio, we wouldn't have made this friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And thank you to our Almighty God, of course, because, He reminds us to stay present and to be grateful of the things that we have.
Mm-hmm.
He also helps us with, finding our joy, and He is our joy
Oh.
in everything that we do. And I think that answers the question of like, what do you like find joy in?
Mm-hmm.
And it should be in like, as long as God is happy with what you do in life, then that's, you're in the right direction.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Thank you, God.
I would like to shout out, to all the teachers out there, not only the ones that are in school, but also the ones that, are in the Church of Christ, whether it be in the children's worship service or even our ministers that like mold us and teach us how to be members of the Church of Christ, like in this world, because without them, I don't think we would have the guidance that we would have today, or we would be where we are today if we didn't have their guidance.
Yeah.
So a big shout out to all those teachers out there.
Oh, I love teachers. I don't know how you do it. The time management.
We
the
don't know how you do
students.
it.
Yeah.
You're a teacher.
It all runs through love and being selfless, caring for for the community and the future. So yeah.
Oh, thank you for that. I love those greetings. But we also want to shout out those in our comments. Let's see.
Hello, from Sister Amelia Salazar. For me, success comes from doing my best and trusting God with the rest.
Ooh.
True success is living with purpose, gratitude, and faith. And from Sister Alexis Mira, success for me has changed because I now measure success in my ability. And from Brother Den Madrid, we enjoy watching you, brethren, on INC TV.
Oh, hello.
Okay, thank you for those comments. Yeah, we saw them come in and we really appreciate those in our chat. So, a message to our listeners. We may stumble, we may pause, but with God's help and with the strength that He has given us, we rise. We continue to press onward, and that is what makes us
Unstoppable.
But before we go, we'd love to extend our heartfelt thanks to those who make it all possible. For their unstoppable support, we'd like to thank our INCRadio Washington, D.C. family for supporting our broadcast, especially to Brother Sidney R. Santos, our district supervising minister, our Brother Richard Soterio, our assistant district minister, Brother Audric Dulay, our district CFO overseer, Brother Tyler Warden, our district multimedia advisor, Brother Emmanuel Indaya, our executive producer, Brother Wally Taray, our station manager, our dedicated INCRadio Kuya techs here and in the Philippines. And special thanks to Brother Angelo Eranio V. Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister. We would like to give our special thanks to Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Executive Minister of the INCRadio Church of Christ, for allowing us to have programs like today's show here on INCRadio. Thank you for tuning in and spending part of your day with us. If you like today's show, be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on what's coming next. Until then, catch us next week here on Unstoppable Purpose in Motion every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And remember, stay inspired, stay connected, and most of all, stay unstoppable. Bye.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Unstoppable. With God's help, everything is possible. All of the accomplishments are remarkable. Others can't hate, but they still can't stop it though. We move forward, never ever stumble. With God blessing us, we still stay humble. And through the struggle and all of the trouble, our work we redouble.
Through the good and the bad, we remain victorious. We return all the praises to a God so glorious.